discovery religions are built upon a lie. The lie is these pessimistic myths are truths. And the truth is, these pessimistic myths suggest truths. The act of suggesting truths does not make these pessimistic myths into truths. These pessimistic myths remain myths. And if the act of suggesting truths about our set of living arrangements becomes the criterion for selecting myths, then automatically those myths are going to be pessimistic myths. Pessimistic myths that reflect a body-consuming biosphere divided by a primal conflict between predator and prey. And so are they really about the spiritual realm? Or are they more about the material plane? I would say that if these pessimistic myths suggest truths, about our set of living arrangements, and the act of suggesting truths suggests these pessimistic myths are about the material plane and not the spiritual realm. They have no other relevance to the spiritual realm beyond their entertainment value, and they are entertaining. Absolutely. Very entertaining. I wouldn't have anything to talk about if they didn't exist. So they exist, they have the ability to exist, I'm grateful. They being what? Well, I guess practitioners of discovery religions, I suppose. Yeah, sure. Saying they shouldn't exist. Saying I know next to nothing about almost everything. And there are many possible positions. The correct position is unknown. Optimism correlates with happiness, good health, and prosperity. For that reason, the rational, logical, sane choice to make when choosing a position is the most optimistic position, until proven otherwise. Because the most optimistic position is the rational, logical, sane position to take when the correct position is unknown. And the correct position is unknown because we know next to nothing about almost everything. That is precisely why atheists exist, practitioners of discovery religions exist, Christians exist, Muslims exist, Buddhists exist, all these different religions exist. Precisely the reason why. Because we know next to nothing about almost everything. The totality makes possible an infinite number, diversity, and variety of myths. And let us suppose a person expects another person, other people, to respect their position. Respect their authority to make up their own minds. In that event, I would think, believe and expect that the person should respect other people's rights to make up their own minds. That's the basis of a secular pluralistic society right there. Respect for the authority of the individual to make up the mind of the individual, not have their mind made up for them by a external authority. True, the external authority can make their pitch. Believe me, with discovery religions, it's very, very persuasive, because their pessimistic myths suggest truths, and therefore their pessimistic myths resonate. With truths about their set of living arrangements. And they already believe in the value of truth, so it's not a huge leap for them to then believe in the value of pessimistic myths that suggest truths about their set of living arrangements. In contrast, the belief in the value of the most optimistic myths is about infinite abundance. It's something that's alien to life here on planet Earth. Infinite abundance? What? No. Planet Earth is a sphere, right? It's a crusted magma globe, right? There's magma within, down deep in the side of the planet. All that matter crushing down onto the center of the planet heats it up to a tremendous temperature. On the surface, though, there's a crust. And on that crust, there's a body-consuming biosphere. And that body-consuming biosphere is divided by a primal conflict between predator and prey. Life, in part, is a chemical reaction. The chemical reaction feeds on itself. Seed bodies consume seed bodies. And thereby, a game of survival and sacrifice enables the soul spirit. The soul spirit selects for seed bodies of ever higher form and function. Of course, I don't pretend to be an expert on the theory of evolution, but you could say that's my own take on it, as a believer in the value of the most optimistic myths. Because as I imagine things to be, the seed body is a probability possibility cloud. There are many possible actions, there are many possible words I could say, there are many possible things I could be doing right now. Every decision has an opportunity cost to it. And it is my divine eternal soul selects the one possibility out of all possibilities. One possibility manifests as my free will and conscious mind. Free will in my conscious mind, yeah. However, the soul spirit is basically limited to thought, belief, and expectation possibilities generated by the seed body. See what I'm saying? So there's a limitation there, having to do with the seed body. Nevertheless, through inspiration, intuition, and good judgment, the Spirit can guide us towards victory. Victory. Been generous with your time and energy. Thank you for your generosity. Your generosity is an inspiration. You inspire me